Hey, it's Doug.
And it's Sheldon.
And it's What's in the Shop Wednesday. Sorry, we've missed, what, 2 weeks?
Couple, yeah.
Yeah.
Two or three.
Yeah, I was away on 27th wedding anniversary trip with my wife, Laura. So that's why we didn't do it. Y'all could have done it without me, though. Y'all don't really need me.
We should have, but, you know.
Y'all probably would do a better job.
Oh, no.
You and Jim, that would be very epic.
Comment if you want Jim to do the next video.
Jim, we want you to do if you want Jim Voss to do the next video, make a comment and maybe we'll talk him into it. Are we recording? Are we live? Okay, because we had some issues with that. But no, so the trip, the anniversary trip, we went to California. We went to Monterey, Carmel. I call it Caramel.
Caramel.
Because I pronounce most things wrong until I get familiar with the word. Mm-hmm. So we went to Carmel and we went to Big Sur.
Okay.
But the coolest thing, and people who are friends with me on Facebook saw this, was we rented, so they have this place called Monterey Touring, and you can rent all kinds of different vehicles, and they're really cool stuff, like some of them are replicas, like old Porsches and AC Cobra replicas.
Yeah, I saw that.
But they have like Camaros, Trans Ams, but we rented a 1964 Corvette. And it was a manual.
Oh, was it really?
Yeah, it was a manual.
I didn't think they would do that.
Yes, and
cool.
We had to do a test drive, or I had to do a test drive around the building because they want to ensure that you can actually drive the car before they turn you loose in it.
Wow.
But it was so incredibly fun. Out of all the things we did, and my wife's a big points and miles person, so we do really nice trips, and we pay nothing for them, which is awesome. But it was a really nice trip. But out of all the things we did, for me, that was the highlight.
That's awesome.
To drive the Pacific Coast Highway and the 17-mile road in a convertible 64 Corvette was just, it was awesome. I mean, it was a bucket list. It's one of the funnest things I've done. And so I thought, like, being there, you know, there's a lot of cool cars anyway. And Monterey, obviously, Pebble Beach, they have the car shows and car events there every year. So I thought, you know, people be used to seeing stuff like that. I thought this car's a rental, so maybe people are familiar with it in the area. But what I didn't think about was that there's also a lot of other people who are visiting there who aren't from there.
That's true.
We've got so many people, you know, waving at us and thumbing and coming up, taking pictures of the car while we were out. It was so fun. We had a blast.
That is cool.
But in other news, what else we got to talk about? So we got definitely some cool stuff here.
Got a few things back here.
And I know this Defender here. I know who this belongs to. It's Jacobs. He's one of our loyal customers and friends of Extreme, and he always has good taste in the vehicles that he picks out.
I love this one too. This thing is done right.
Yeah, this one is so cool. You know, I saw the pictures of it because I wasn't here when it came in, and the wheels, I don't know, the pictures, I was like, I'm not sure about those wheels, but then I look at it in person, and I was like, wow, that looks so cool.
Yeah, when it got here, the wheels took me by surprise, but I liked it. I think it looked really good.
Yeah, for a Defender, I mean, it's that retro look. With these wheels.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly right. Yeah, so he ended up doing a full wrap to the car. So all the painted surfaces got wrapped in clear bra with our XPEL Ultimate Plus. We did his window tint all the way around, including the windshield, with the XR, and did a fusion coating to it.
Yeah, fusion on all the XPEL and the wheels and the glass. And so fully wrapped in XPEL Ultimate Paint Protection Film. And then he got, what tint did he get?
The XR, he went with 35 on the two fronts,
35.
and 80 on the rest.
Okay. So he's got some maximum heat rejection on that.
Exactly.
And I love the color on this. I mean, it's so old school looking, you know, with that color combination.
Yeah.
And these are really cool. I remember the first time, and this one seems longer.
Yeah.
Is there a long version?
There's two wheelbases, it says, like 110 and 90.
Yeah.
I don't know if one's a 2-door or 4-door. I don't know if that's the case or if it's just a longer wheelbase on a 4-door.
Yeah.
I don't know enough about them. But this is the longest one you can buy.
Okay. I was thinking that looks way longer because we've had some of these in our shop already, but I don't remember it being being this long.
You're right.
Now let's check out the inside. And this is interesting too.
I know.
I mean, it's just interesting.
Yep.
I don't, you know. It's,
and then these are actually windows up here.
Oh, okay.
So those are really cool.
That is cool. So this is supposed to be like a safari vehicle,
Yep.
I guess. Wow, this is the first time I'm seeing the inside, and man, I think they did a superb job with it. Look at the door panels. The thing I notice is this is super soft. So I guess if you're in there and you're kind of bouncing around and this is where you would probably bump. And then I notice it's got this really rugged, durable
That's the first
looks.
thing I noticed.
And this, I love this. Like I guess you can grab that and just pull yourself. I mean, it's just,
Yep.
it's all about the safari, I
Exactly.
guess, with these.
Exactly.
Until you get to the big screen there. You know, then we get into technology. But I'm going to set in this. Man, the back seat area, there's so much space back there. It's almost like a limousine. And then the cargo area, I mean, you got a lot of leg room for the back seat, and then you also got all that cargo area.
There's a lot of room.
And I like the interior. I mean, it's cool, but it's also simple at the same time. It looks great. And we've got this C8 Corvette. I think that's Arctic. Was it?
Color?
Yeah,
I think this one's ceramic matrix.
Oh,
gray.
that's right. That's right.
think.
That's right.
And they look white, but they're a light gray.
Yeah, you're right. I remember that now, that color. I'm not as up on the colors on these. We've had that Sebring orange has been a real popular color.
Yeah,
We've
I
had a
love
lot of those.
I love those.
But it looks great. Looks like I know we tinted this.
Yep, you guys windows tinted. We did the full front cross-country package, so all the front's wrapped. You got his rocker panels wrapped.
Yeah,
The whole bottom's done.
you have to do rocker panels
Yep.
on a Corvette.
Yeah, and then he's gonna get a ceramic coating done tomorrow.
Tomorrow we're ceramic.
Yep. And this is the convertible, so you can't see the engine in the back.
Oh, okay.
But I do like the body lines back here. I think it looks good.
Yeah.
I just hate you can't see the engine.
Yeah, it's a trade-off.
Yeah.
You know,
But
top down.
I love these body lines though.
Yeah.
I think they do look really good.
It's interesting too, though, because these are convertibles, but they're not much more of a convertible than the standard, right?
Yeah,
because
I know.
you're not getting a whole lot of openness up there. Because
Right.
these stay.
Yeah.
So really, this goes away,
Yeah, that pops
and
off.
then this goes down. So
Yeah.
you end up with that. I mean, it's not a huge
It's not that much
difference,
different.
but it's still a convertible, and it looks really cool.
Yep.
Okay, let's see what else we got. I see a Civic,
Yep.
and we were going to talk about this because this one's getting a paint correction.
Yep.
And let Brian just do a walk around and show. And this is this paint's pretty bad. I mean, it needs a lot of love. These are paint defects that we're looking to correct or improve when we do a paint correction. And we want to talk about paint correction a little bit because we feel like we've talked about this. The way things are right now, the inventories for new cars is low,
Oh yeah.
extremely low.
Yeah.
And a lot of people aren't able to get the car they want, or they're having to pay a lot more to get it.
Yes.
But we're super busy, which is shocking, because I thought you would think with inventories low that there's less cars being sold right now.
Yep.
So you would think we would be less busy,
You'd think so.
but we're busier than we've ever been.
Yep, that's right.
And we've even hit our annual goal. We've already hit our annual goal this month
That's awesome.
already, which is crazy.
That's awesome.
So we've had the year has been
It's been good
crazy
to us.
busy.
Yeah.
What I feel like is that people who they're like it's harder to get the cars. So I think
They want to protect.
they want to
them.
protect them because
Yeah.
they are really
They know the value of them.
value
value it so
appreciating
much.
them more.
Yep.
And I think some people are thinking, well, hey, how long is this going to go on where I can't get a car?
Yeah.
I may keep this one.
Yep.
A lot of people, even with the leases now, the whole lease thing's changed because, I mean, I know people who have bought their leases out, and just because of the way the market was when they leased a car versus the way the market is now,
Right.
they're walking away with $15,000 worth of equity on when they pay their lease off. So I think now people are thinking, well, if I lease and this thing stays the way it is and I buy it out and I'm going to own it, because it makes more sense to protect something you're going to own versus
Right.
something that you're going to turn back in 2 years.
For sure.
So I think people are thinking about that.
Yep. Exactly.
But for the people who aren't getting a new car,
Yep.
and you're going to keep your older car longer, to me it makes sense to bring it in and get a paint correction done.
Sure. For
Right.
Sure.
Because if you're going to keep your older car, it's almost like right now, you know, we're going to remain in our house because, I mean, we could sell our house and get a lot of money, but we'd have to buy another house and pay a lot of money for it.
Yeah.
But we're like, why don't we just stay where we're at and just improve it, make it more the way we want it. So we're going to do some work in our backyard.
Yeah.
And I would equate that with a person who owns a car.
Right.
It's like, hey, if you're going to keep driving it and you foresee you're going to keep it an extra 1, 2, 3 years, why not invest?
Yeah.
You know, our starting price for our paint corrections about $800.
Yep.
Why not invest that money and get your car looking freaking spectacular?
Right.
You'll get minimally you'll get a ceramic sport coat on
Yep.
it, which is a 1-year coating, but then
Right.
you could upgrade to a 2 or 5.
Right.
So what's your thoughts on that?
Yeah, for sure. Kind of what you're saying. People are going to keep their car longer. Why not? Why not make it look as good as you can while you drive it?
Yeah, yeah.
And that's what a lot of people that come in here have told us as well. I'm going to end up keeping my car, so let's just go ahead and do something to it.
Yeah,
We've
yeah.
had many people come here and tell us that.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
That's definitely the idea going around.
Yeah, because if you're going to keep your car longer, I mean, that money you spend on a paint correction is, especially if you're getting to where your car is getting close to being paid off,
Yeah.
then you're going to do that once.
Yeah.
And if you take care of your paint, you won't really have to do a paint correction again.
Exactly.
So it makes sense.
Yeah.
And we're definitely talking about doing some special pricing on paint corrections too.
Yeah.
So right now, I think probably on average, they would save about $250 on a
Yeah.
paint correction,
Yeah,
somewhere
for
around in
sure.
that, $200 to $250, depending on it.
Right. at
That
least,
if
yeah.
they were to have it done in a time where we have an opening for
Yes.
it,
Yeah.
versus we wouldn't have any special pricing if our calendar wasn't open for it.
Right.
So that just depends on the calendar.
Yep.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So what's the extreme window film van doing in here? You want to elaborate on that?
Yeah, so this is sitting here right now. You can see it's all cleaned up and looking good. We actually just fusion coated this as well. So this is in here curing right now.
Yeah.
So that way, sometime in the near future, we can start getting out there on the road and
Yeah.
going to some houses in it.
Well, we've been so busy. We've had the van for a little while now, but we've been so busy because we're going to be utilizing our automotive tinters is going to help start at least our residential window film.
Yeah.
We've been so busy with automotive window film that we're like, hey, that the automotive slows down a little bit in the winter, so
Yeah.
let's push this into a little bit when it
Yeah.
starts to cool off a little bit.
Exactly.
To get this going. But then the guys that work the ceramic coatings have been so busy we haven't been able to get it coated.
Yeah.
But we did do paint protection film on the front end, the mirror, and the back bumper got fully wrapped in clear bra, and our XBell paint protection film. And then we had wrapped it after that, and then now we tinted it with XR Plus, and then we did you said the fusion coating on it.
Yep.
And I love this little van. I've joked about buying one of these as a daily. You're getting me like it's a 2-seater, and so you have all that cargo area. But I love running errands in this thing. I think Brian likes it too for going and doing the Costco runs because he's got these little
I don't
shells.
drive enough, but I know there's a couple blind spots that have scared
There
me.
are, yeah.
There's some blind spots, but other than that, it drives great.
Yeah. Good gas mileage. It's got Apple CarPlay. I mean, it's easy to park.
Yeah.
It's easy to maneuver. So I've joked about that, but I don't think Laura's going to let me buying one of these as a daily. I don't think she wants to go out on a date in one of these. Do we have any comments that we need to address, Brian?
Not yet.
No, nobody wants to.
Well,
No one wants Jim?
Jim doesn't want to join. He
Jump.
said no.
He don't want to join in. Okay, maybe
That
one
is
day.
an option,
It's always an option to do this. Well, do we have anything else? So, time-wise on the window film, I said today we're just going to have to set a deadline on when we get started, no matter how busy you are in the automotive end of it. So I'm thinking, I would say by the end of this month we should be, because the website's being built. We did all the video footage.
Yeah.
Get that up and running, and we've got our forms because the way we're doing the window film on residential is going to be a new way of doing it. That's going to be a lot easier for the consumer. So we got to build that infrastructure, but I'm hoping maybe by the end of this month or mid next month.
Yeah.
But I'll get a deadline on that set once I look at the calendar. And how are we looking as far as scheduling right now? If somebody has an outstanding quote.
Clearbra, we're out a few weeks right now. I think maybe 3.5 weeks on Clearbra. Paint correction, it was weird. It slowed down a little bit. Now we've scheduled a good bit here the last few days. But we still have maybe a couple spots next week.
Yeah.
For the most part, we're out the week after, though. Window tint, I think the same thing, week after next.
Yeah.
Window tint.
Yeah. So that's what we're looking at on that.
Couple weeks.
Well, if you have any comments, leave them in the comment section, and we'll reply to them as we can. But other than that, that's all I got.
That's it.
Yep. So thanks for watching. I hope you have a great rest of the day.